Hey guys, it's currently 11:24 in the morning and I'm so excited! I have been waiting for this box for only 2 days. First time buying from Sephora and it's finally here. Oh my God. First and foremost, I gotta say this is the first time I've bought anything from Sephora at all. What I got was 60 in total, came up to $60. Well worth it. So it was free shipping with any orders over $50 at Sephora.ca because I do live in Canada. There is a warehouse, I do believe, in Toronto. So I live 2 hours north of Toronto, give or take. And so this was only 2 days to get it processed, packaged, shipped, and in my in my mailbox here in town. I'm afraid to open it because I'm just so excited, but I know you guys are like, come on, come on, come on, let's open this. So I'm going to get right into it. But I wanted to tell you, from my perspective, that Sephora.ca, even with the free shipping, was really, really quick. So let's open it. So I have my handy dandy cutting thingy-majig. Oh, I missed. I hate that about when you get stuff, it's like you have to open up the sides, but I don't want to cut it. Just realized we have the Sephora logo on the side. When you open up the top, you get your shipment package notice. Here's all the Piper. Oh. Oh. Oh my God, it's so heavy. Can't believe it's here. Now, like Bunny the other day, she was trying to pop these bubbles, but she couldn't. But mine, I got lucky. I got bubbly pops. Do you like my lighting situation right now? So, for all things that are good and right in this world, first impressions ever, first time buying anything from Sephora, which I've explained, and also the fact that I've never bought anything high and expensive except for a few things from MAC, which was a highlighter and the lipstick in Teddy Bear or something, and a lip pencil. So I've not had anything that is actually like really expensive except those few things. Those things cost me $80. For me to buy a palette for $60, it was a lot of money for me to put out. The reason why I got this Swamp Queen palette was for the simple fact that I've been watching Grave3yardgirl for about, I'll say, at least three to 3 years, I think. Even back when she was doing her ghost hunts and stuff like that. And I still go back and I watch all of those original OG films that she made where she would talk about her ghost experiences and shadow people and stuff like that. When she got into the makeup, like really got into the makeup, that's when she started booming and like how does this thing work and stuff like that. Sippy Sippy, the tea vlogs, all of that stuff I've watched. So to find out that people have actually went out and reached out and wanted her to collaborate with Tarte, and for the Swamp family to actually come together and make this happen for Bunny, I think is a great thing. The one thing that was the downfall about this whole launching is that the first time that it launched, I did not have any money, but I was on the site and I seen how quick it sold out. And I was really nervous and really scared for the Sephora launch. Apparently there was Ulta launches and stuff online, but I'm not so sure if we can get them from Ulta, but I didn't have any money to even purchase it if I did. So, I hate Facebook. So when I knew it was coming on the Sephora.ca, I have never bought anything from Sephora. I've never bought anything from Tarte, so for me to go out of my way and trust this brand and I knew Bunny had us in mind when she did this. I've seen Manny MUA unbox it. I've seen also Jeffree Star. I've seen Bunny herself, and the colors seem very relaxed, which is something I want in a palette. It supports her, the time and effort that she put into it, and she thought of us, so that was a great thing. But like I said, the downfall was when it launched, I was up at 12 at night, and she said it was going to be 9 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, and I do believe in my area, around Toronto area, it was the fact of it would be 6 in the morning. So I stayed up till 12 o'clock, and just in case they did launch it, because sometimes I hear that launches do that, they'll change times and stuff like that. So I stayed up till about 3 in the morning. I kept refreshing, just in case the timestamp was wrong for 6 a.m. I told my husband at like 3 o'clock in the morning, I said, make sure you have that put on. Make sure you have that timer on so that 5:45 I can get up, log on to my computer. My computer pretty well stayed on all night, and then I can go and buy it. So 6 o'clock came around. When 6 o'clock came around, it was 5:57, refresh. 5:58, I refreshed. 5:59, I refreshed. And 6 o'clock hit, I refreshed. Sold out. I was so upset. I was so upset. I don't even know how to explain to you. I was so pissed off the whole day. I could not... if I could bang my head against the wall, I would, because it's not the makeup, it's just like the thought that was behind it and stuff like that. And Bunny has helped me out through a lot of things, explaining about anxiety and stuff like that. And the cool things that she's into, just her personality, feels like a sister without even knowing her technically. She doesn't know a thing about me. So I was pretty upset. So I decided I won't have the money to drive an hour and a half away to where Sephora is, or in my area. So I knew that I had missed out on the palette. So I went to my local, like, closer city, I guess, and I went to, like, Walmart, and I went to Winners, and I got, like, highlighters and stuff. I was still really bummed, but I was excited that I could get more products for my money. I came home and I decided to go to my mom's and do makeup for my mom, because, you know, we were having a really down day about my grandma and stuff like that, then not getting the palettes and stuff. So I went over there, did her makeup, and I was like showing her on Snapchat that you can actually keep updated with everything that they do. That's when I was showing her the Snapchat. I'm like, yeah, you can go follow her. It's BM885 on Snapchat. And I showed her, and I was clicking through, and then she said there was an update that when the launch happened, when it happened, something went wrong with the site on their end, on Sephora's end, and that it was saying sold out without even being dropped yet. So everybody's on there freaking out, and she's like, oh, and the palette's been up all day. The palette's been up all day. You fucking kidding me? I made a previous video explaining how frustrated I was. I decided to delete it because I looked like a fool, because of the fact that I was so upset that I couldn't get it, and I was congratulating Bunny on this amazing palette, and I look forward to future collaborations with other brands, and maybe I can dip into that at some point in time, and that I don't have $150 to buy the palette. End of story. $60 is a lot of money. Why would I spend $150 for something that is definitely... It's not that it's not worth it, it's just not for me. I'm not like that diehard fan that I need to have this for like $200. I have 3 kids, so I don't have the time, the money, or patience to do that shit. So I went home, and I was telling my husband, I said, I am so sorry, and I kept saying I'm a fuck up, you know, I should have waited, I should have this, that, but because it's such an limited edition palette and how quickly and high demand that they are, I figured that that was it. I just didn't start, I just left it at like probably 6:30, tried refreshing, it still wasn't on there, and so I decided to leave it. So I went home, and I begged my husband that, I said, I know I just spent this money, and I'll make it up to you, but I really would love to purchase this palette. And he said, you want to know what? You can get it. So that's what I did. I know 10 minutes in, I'm rambling. Sounds like Bunny, eh? So this is what I got. 2 days. Took 2 days to get this palette in. I'm so excited to finally unbox this for you. Sorry for my rambling. So in the front, this is the actual packaging. You see in the box. It has embossed nice gold. You have the gator with its wangs on there, and Bonnie was explaining how she likes the box like 1800s feel, like she liked that. And a lot of people were confused about that. But it's Bunny. She loves that type of stuff. On the back, it says Graveyard Girl, and it's got her face on it. Beautiful, beautiful. And it says, over the last 5 years, YouTube sensation Graveyard Girl's down-to-earth, larger-than-life personality has inspired a swamp family of millions to embrace their own version of beautiful. And her positive message around anxiety and bullying has encouraged fans to love and accept oneself and others. This limited edition palette celebrates all things that make our swamp queen unique. Bunny's favorite colors, techniques, and pastimes captured through each stunning shade. It has no parabens, mineral oils, phthalates, triclosan, sodium lauryl sulfate, gluten, and dermatologist. I think that's just the standard thing. So there it is. And it says eye and cheek palette with brush, which I did see that when everybody opened them. So when you open it up, you got a nice gold feel in here. Gold. I love gold. Oh. And then you have that standard look here. The night and day looks. I don't know if you can see that. Night and day looks. Bunny's eyes herself, because of the roaring blue eyes that she has. I don't know if you can see it. So it's metallic, like it closes and opens. It's locked in there by magnetic. Oh, sorry, I'm just looking at it. Believe in yourself, love yourself, and embrace your individuality. You can see my awesome setup in there. There. Oh. I hope you guys can see that. Oh, sorry, I have the plastic sheet on top. It smells like vanilla. Yeah, I'm sticking my face in the pot. So this is what it looks like without the sheen on it. Oh, look at those gator wings. Now, that Sippy Sippy has gold reflex in it. I hope you can see it. I'm trying my best. Dogman also has gold reflex in it. Definitely Dogman and gator wings is the one thing that everybody's super, super hyped about. So if you stay tuned, I'm going to do swatches for you. And it also comes with a brush. This fluffy blending sort of flat brush or whatever. And it's really cool. It's got wood grains on it. So stay tuned and I'll do some swatches. So I've decided that I'm going to work from these top 3. And then I'm going to work from the top row over. And I'll explain all of them to you in a few. So what we have here is Sweet Tea, Does This Thing Really Work? And Gator Wings. The highlight is very pigmented. These all are very pigmented. So for the Sweet Tea, there's small gold reflexes in the glitter flecks in them. Not too much to be like boom in your face, but it is definitely a nice warm brown. Does This Thing Really Work? Has bigger gold flecks in it, if you can see. It's a bit more chunky in the design, whatever, in it by itself. And the Gator Wings has much more bigger chunks, which you can see there, but bam. Definitely was very smooth. I barely dipped my finger in it, and I had all this pigment, so I'm very impressed with that. A little does go a long way, and So yeah, we'll go on to the next one, starting with the top row of eyeshadows. So the first color here, starting from the front, is hashtag SFS or Swamp Family Strong. In the pan, it looks pink. When you turn a certain way, it's got a pink hue to it, but it's definitely very, very metallic, golden color. Very nice, very pigmented. The next one we have Natural Peaches. I had to go and look again. A nice transition color, people say very, very light. Definitely matte. Still noticeable when you put it on though, so these are without primer underneath as well, so it's not as ba-bam in your face, but it's definitely still pigmented. The next one we have, which is one that everybody's raving about, which is Dog Man. It is a nice brick color, but in it, actually, I thought was golden flecks, but also there, if you can see, there is some purple flecks in it too. So that's a pretty interesting color. Very, very, very pigmented, so be careful when you put this on. But yeah, that's pretty cool how there's purple flecks in it. A lot of people don't point that out. They say it has golden flecks in it, so it's got golden and purple flecks in it. So the next colors we have is the first one is called Big Baby, which is definitely pretty close to my skin color. A very light shadow, and it is matte. It is very matte and Big Baby-ish, of course. The next color we do have is Sassy Bun, and it is a very bright metallic gold color. Very, very excited to try out this. Definitely very pigmented, didn't take much. It looks like I literally had taken a golden nugget and spread it across my arm. Definitely beautiful. The next one we have is Sippy Sippy, or like Sippy Sippy. There's golden flecks in this, very big, very, very pigmented. I just can't believe how beautiful these shades are. I've been blown out of the water. I don't know about you guys, but I'm definitely gung-ho for this. Next we have Haunting, and it's a very beautiful pinky mauve color, and in the pan it looks more purple. When you put it on the skin, it's a lot more, it's got purple reflex, like light lavender reflex in it, but it is a nice pinky color. The next one is Uncommon, as in Uncommon. I think she said she goes to a store called like Uncommon Commodities or something like that, where she gets all her antique stuff, so she had to pay tribute to that. And of course Haunting is the same way because of her first graveyard sort of series, is like what she started out with in the beginning. So Uncommon has more of a golden glitter in it, a lot more reflective. I don't know if you can see the difference between the two. You see the difference between the two. One's more purple, one's more pink. But if you hit the light a certain way, it's a different color as well. Like with this, if you look, it's kind of got more purple and one's more golden. The last one is called Man Cat. It definitely looks dark purple, but when you put it on the skin, it is more like a dark purple reddish color. Flat matte, but still a very, very beautiful color. Oh my god, it is so nice and pretty. And Man Cat is obviously named after Man Cat, I do believe her deceased pet. So yeah. So a lot of people were speculating about this and why it would not have green, or why it wouldn't have like more Halloween colors, because that is her favorite time of year, as it is mine. But at the same time, you want something to be wearable. She was thinking about everybody. All these shades are buildable. You can make them as pigmented or as non-pigmented. Well, it's kind of hard because they're very pigmented, but light as you want, or as dark as you want, from day to night, as she showed in that. Those are still pretty, like, if you look, they're a lot more lighter, here I'm trying to move my finger, they are darker, but not as ba-bam in your face, but that's not Bunny. If Bunny goes out with a color, it's because a new palette came out, like the new Alice in Wonderland Through the Looking Glass palette that she got, or when she was doing the rainbow highlighter, she had that really cool rainbow on her face pretty well. But all I gotta say about this palette, for $60, for buying a Tarte product for the first time, I don't want to sound as mean. I'm not saying that this is a bad palette. I'm saying that it is a decent palette. It's very good. I'm glad I have this in store, like in my bag. I could take it anywhere when I go to work, all that type of stuff. There are a lot of neutral colors, which is what Bunny normally Bunny doesn't even wear anything. She doesn't really care unless she really feels like she wants to go out and stuff like that. So it's kind of hard to keep everybody happy, which is understandable. She did post a video about how she was talking about it, and I totally agree with her. It is hard to completely keep everybody, like, oh, why didn't you add a gator green or something like that? Well, she's got a gator on the front of the package, gator wings. She's got that in her palette for her highlight, which is the most favorite of all time highlight for me. Even MAC doesn't compare. Sippy Sippy, hashtag SFS, Swamp Family Strong, her tribute to her man, Dogman, Man Cat, haunting from like her first series. She thought of every single bit and part that was in her life that she could come up with and think about, and the fact that she personally picked out every single thing, all the packaging, everything in this palette makes it worth it. And for her to go through like however many years, I don't know how long it took, maybe a year or two, for her to go around and like keep swatching them, picking out certain things, it's definitely hard work for her, I'm sure. And the fact that she kept everybody updated, if it wasn't for her, I probably wouldn't have this palette today with her on her Snapchat, which is hard for some people who don't really care for Snapchat. Like me, I do it for the filters and stuff, like just, it's something fun to something weird and you can just fuck around on. But for people to actually use their social media like that to keep everybody updated, that was the best thing that anybody could have done. I don't know about Manny MUA's palette when he came out with his, with I think it was Makeup Geek. I wanted to get that because I really do like Manny MUA as well, but I couldn't afford it at that time. So if I can, it's good to see a bunch of brands collaborating with YouTubers. It opens up a lot more business and opportunity for people, especially the ones who have like millions of subscribers, and people like Bunny who've actually helped people out with how they feel and to understand and go through. And there's nothing more I can say about this palette except it is a neutral base palette, but you can build it up. Blendability, I don't know yet because I have not actually put it on my face. So after this, hopefully I'm going to see if I can make a video of makeup with the Swamp Queen palette. And sorry this is a 23-minute long video for you guys, but I just wanted to make sure I put all my experience, kind of talk and ramble about what's happened and how to get this palette, and then the swatches and stuff. The swatches ring true to their pan pretty well, so I'm not upset with this because I can't be upset. I can't be, because these are neutral colors, so it is expected what's in the pan, and I'm more like calmed down now because I've actually seen them and I finally swatched them, and it's probably kind of hard for people who don't have the palette and can't actually swatch it or drive to Sephora and stuff like that. So I'm sorry to everybody who has not received this palette, whether or not it's internationally, can't get reached to you or whatnot, but it is a good palette, and hopefully next time when she does come, if she comes out with another type of palette or a type of lippy or something, maybe she could do a extension on her highlighters with Tarte, because that is really good, kind of like what Jaclyn Hill did with Becca Cosmetics, kind of expand on that, and hopefully it'll be a lot more open to people who are far and wide, or even a giveaway or something for someone who couldn't get it or couldn't afford it or something, because I know for me it pretty well came close. So I love you all. Thank you for staying tuned. And yeah, thank you all for listening. I love you all, and I'll see you in the next video. Yeah, ew. Bye, guys.